guys, today I'll be talking about the Lupus, a tier 7 heavy tank that just came out into the premium store recently, and I'll basically be talking about the pros, the cons, the specs, and whether I think it's worth it or not. So let's start off talking about the specs. Well, first of all, this tank has 10 to 12 degrees of gun depression, and considering that the tank that has the highest degree of gun depression in the game so far is a Cromwell B, this tank for tier 7 is actually doing really good. However, even though it has really good gun depression, since the turret is located in the rear, it's rear mounted, you're not really gonna notice it as much as it looks on paper. The next thing you're gonna notice is the gun dispersion. With .413 gun dispersion, this tank's gun takes a long time to aim in, which is comparable to the IS with .441. And if you've ever played the IS, you'll notice that you have to aim in for a long time if you want to hit your shots reliably. So let's talk about penetration values on the Lupus. Well, with AP, you're going to have 175 millimeters of penetration, while with APCR, you're going to have 275 millimeters of penetration. However, with that APCR comes another con. You're only going to do around 340 hit points of damage on average, while with AP, you're going to do 400 hit points of damage. But you're not really going to notice this nerf, considering that the AP pen is actually pretty good for tier 7, and you'll be able to hit pen most tier 8s reliably. So here, let's look in while I aim in at this IS with AP. See, he's gray on the side of his frontal cheek. As far as hit points go, with 1,300 hit points on the Lupus, you're actually gonna scale up to most tier 7s on average. Here you can see me just moving up here. See, look at that shot. This is where this tank shines. When you can get to mid to short ranges in this tank, well, I would actually recommend mid ranges, because mid ranges you can kind of cover your lower plate, but at the same time just pop shots into enemy tanks. Because with this tank here, look, this is how long it takes to aim in. See, I had to aim in for at least a couple seconds there to hit that, to actually have a chance of hitting that spick. But here, against these tanks, look at this. Well, this isn't really a really good example, but at this range, you're just going to be able to snapshot enemy tanks. Just like nothing. So let's talk about the game. Well, what's really preventing me from pushing up right now is the Borsig in the back, but since I saw that he just fired, I peeked around that corner, knowing that it was safe to push up on that guy. This tank is actually part of the Valkyrie series, if you guys hadn't known already. So if you guys want to buy this in the shop, you'll have the option of buying it with the 3-piece bundle, which comes with the Edelweiss and the Nameless, which both got sold about a year ago at around the same time. But now I guess they decided to release it again, well, renew their contract. So they actually sold the Nameless and Edelweiss on PC for the first time, and they sold it on console. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And I've heard nothing but great things about the Nameless on console, so if you guys have console or PC, I would definitely recommend getting the Nameless. Anyways, back on topic. The Lupus. Well, the Lupus, the weak spots on the Lupus I don't really notice until you get up close and personal with enemy tanks. That's where this tank really kind of struggles, because if a med or a light gets around you, here I'll just use a spick for example. If a spick gets to your side, do you see how tall this turret is, it's actually really hard to keep track of a spick if a spick gets around to your side. Actually, I shouldn't be calling it a spick. I should be calling it SP1C for proper terms. Here, look at this. This is where you want to hit. Even though it's a really small weak spot on the Lupus, this is really the only weak spot that the Lupus has is its turret cheek. Here, look at this. I actually got quite lucky, and I actually think the gun handling is pretty good on the Lupus. It's really stable. The only thing that you're gonna have to be wary about in the Nameless is that you kind of pre-aim these shots around these corners so that when they do poke out, you're gonna hit them. It has good accuracy, I've noticed, but if you're trying to shoot on the move, it kind of struggles. If you want to be picking up this tank, it's gonna cost. Well, I don't know what the price is on the United States server, I guess you'd call it, but in Canada, it costs $34.99 Canadian. If you want to pick it up in the 3-piece bundle, it's gonna cost $90. And if you have the same tax as me, which is 12%, which is outrageous, you're gonna be dropping over $100 on this tank. So when I say it's worth it, if you're a tank collector and you just really want to get a new tank in your garage to switch things up for a change, I would recommend getting it. Might as well have some fun since it's a game after all. But look at this, completely red. The only option I had was to shoot his turret cheeks. I've noticed I've been seeing these Lupuses around a lot, so if you're not gonna want to be going against a bunch, I would definitely recommend waiting at least a week or two before going against a bunch of these, because at the moment everyone has a Lupus and everyone's busy playing their Lupus, and it's actually hard to kill. Here, I'll be showing you how it actually works when you fire in the move. Here, look at this. I'm actually pretty close to this E2, and it doesn't even get close to hitting this guy. Will I end up getting this tank? Probably not, because financial reasons. I'm kind of saving up money over the summer to get a car. So, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.